wonderful gift of good health. Find us on 95th Terrace, Centerville, and now located in the Lucaya Shopping Center of Freeport, Grand Bahama.
It's tree planting time for CARICOM youth. Danielle Dean has the details.
And hear what Anne-Marie Davis had to say at the 19th Annual Girls in Leadership Conference. So stay close for that.
Plus, it's Entertainment Friday, and I Am Stacks is in the house.
And coming up in sports, after one day of completion, we see who's in front at the high school track and field nationals.
Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
It's Friday, Marlena, the favorite day of the week for many of us, and a chilly Friday at that.
Oh, yes. It's nice and gloomy and chilly. It's definitely calling for everyone to huddle up with some pillows indoors.
Believe it or not, Marlena, some folk are still saddling up in the cold en route to jumping happy hour, perhaps. Whatever our plans are, let's saddle up now to dive right into the news, shall we? Several environmental enthusiasts today one step closer to planting 1 million mangroves, a move they say will benefit Bahamian ecosystems more than many comprehend. Danielle Dean got down and dirty, literally, to plant some of her own and filed this report.
Hundreds of mangroves were planted on the shores of Bonefish Pond today as Bonefish Tarpon Trust, Bahamas National Trust, the Bahamas Forestry Unit and Waterkeepers Bahamas joined forces in environmental upkeep in the capital. But for those asking why mangroves, Rashema Ingram of Bonefish and Tarpon Trust and Director of Agriculture Dion Gibson suggest these point for consideration.
In the way that they will help to revitalize our way of thinking, to continue to provide food, to provide jobs for our people, and to also provide protection for our islands during storms.
So just behind us is the Bonefish Pond farming plots, and we have about 100+ farmers there. So it's very important to protect this area because when storm surges come, the farmers can be threatened as well.
Following the devastation that was Hurricane Dorian back in 2019, the organizations have collectively devised a plan to plant 1 million red mangroves across Grand Bahama, Abaco, and New Providence.
So we really wanted to restore the areas that got damaged during the storm. We finally got a chance to plant over 52,000 mangroves, and of course BTT, they're able to plant over 100,000 mangroves.
That milestone of Bonefish and Tarpon Trust was reached in December thanks to much welcomed help from volunteers and students.
An initiative that started during the 50th anniversary where we took over 100 students and we planted hundreds of mangroves. And I'm thankful that the ASG Solomon from CARICOM, she's here with us as well to partner with us.
This particular exercise of planting mangroves is something that you probably don't know, but the foreign ministers every May when they meet, they plant a tree in different islands of the member states of CARICOM. And so this initiative is actually a fantastic one to be participate in and to be part of an exercise that is helping with the front line of the climate change challenge.
Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Danielle Dean.
Empowering young women to collaborate, discuss challenges, and create solutions. That's the focus of the 19th Annual Girls in Leadership Conference hosted by Straw Incorporated Center for Young Women, which brought together young women, leaders, and mentors for change. Diane Dorset has more.
Under the theme, The Situation Room, Lean In, the annual Girls in Leadership Conference held at Super Club Breezes welcomed dozens of young women eager to gain insight into leadership, social issues, and personal development. Founder and Executive Director of Straw Inc., Therina Cunningham, says Lean In is about stepping in together.
We want the young women to lean in, to actually conceptualize the issues and the concerns in our country and around the world, and to lean in together, to collaborate, to partner together, to understand these issues, to discuss them, and to have actionable plans to help solve them as they return to their campuses.
The one-day conference aims to create a safe space for girls to talk about challenges they face. Miss Teen Galaxy Bahamas, Tanari Watkins, a mental health awareness advocate, says events like this help girls feel heard and supported. Well, it allows young girls who have a comfortable space to have a safe space to talk about whatever issues they may be dealing with, and also empowering them to bring up conversations about their mental health and care about their mental health. I hope to be inspired, and I hope to take home skills that I can use to help others and help my community and impact others around me. The conference also features workshops and presentations from inspiring women in leadership, including the spouse of the Prime Minister, Anne-Marie Davis. She hopes attendees leave feeling motivated to create change in their communities.
So this conference here today continues to be a source of empowerment, encouraging you to expand your minds, to build your confidence, and elevate your self-esteem. So please don't take this opportunity today lightly. All your speakers are going to encourage you to build your confidence and expand your minds as you lean into your situation room.
Organizers hope the lessons learned will inspire these young women to continue working together, leading and making a difference. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Diane Dorset.
Thanks a lot, Diane. Well, continuing with the empowerment of women this International Women's Month, Scotiabank hosted a luncheon for head girls of various public and private schools. Matea Cunningham has a story.
Scotiabank hosted its Young Women in Leadership Luncheon under the theme Accelerate Action. The event brought together head girls and deputy head girls from various private and public schools. Recognizing that the young women are at a pivotal stage as they approach the end of high school and prepare for adulthood, Director Nakira Simonette emphasized the importance of empowerment.
This year, however, we also wanted to add a unique component where we welcomed in high school seniors, female seniors, into Scotiabank. One, to see the environment. Two, to interact with some of our female leaders across the bank. And three, really talk to them about empowerment initiatives and activities that can help propel them in their future. And so we have senior head girls, deputy head girls, senior leaders from schools, both government and private, that are here with us today. And we're very excited to welcome them into our Scotiabank network.
The speakers featured a distinguished panel of Scotiabank representatives who engaged the young women in a discussion of financial independence.
So you see me sitting in this chair, I've not always been this type of speaker. Like, my boss is in this room, and she could tell you, like, sometimes I used to be like, okay, what I can say when I go on this call? Like, how should I, scared, because I was looking at how would I sound, would it sound that I'm prepared, how would I sound to others, so perception. That held me back for a very long time. What I would say is take those risks. Greatness is within you.
I then asked the speakers what advice they had for young women who feel pressured by time while navigating the challenges of being an overachiever.
Each of us have a different journey. Each of us are going to achieve milestones at different times. We all come from different financial backgrounds, and so while some people may go directly off to university, others may have to go to UB, others may have to work before starting university. There is no clock, and I think what's imperative is that you don't measure yourself against other people. You have to run your own race.
Most female high school seniors are facing both personal and academic difficulties. However, Scotiabank is focused on instilling empowerment within them this International Women's Month. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Matea Cunningham.
Thanks, Matea. Well, administrative professionals from across the Bahamas gathered today for the Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals annual Spring Educational Seminar. Held at the Holy Trinity Activity Center, the event focused on professional transformation, equipping attendees with key insights to navigate the evolving workplace. Perky O'Brien, current president of the association, emphasized the importance of ongoing education amid adaptation in today's professional environment.
That's why we put on the seminars, to try and help the office professionals, to motivate them to go and do courses that would enhance their career. And so by doing these courses, they learn new things, new experiences. And so that would propel them forward to advance in their career.
The seminar featured multiple speakers discussing topics such as career advancement, workplace confidence, mental health, and ethics. One of the highlighted sessions was Savvy Strategies to Confidently Succeed at Work, where speaker Keisha Winter, leadership consultant and executive coach, provided key takeaways for career growth and self-improvement.
The idea is that the whole theme here is about having professional transformation. And a lot of times we talk to ourselves in ways that we would never speak to people that we love. You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're too old, you're too young, you don't belong. And the reality is if we want to experience personal transformation, we got to take that criticism into coaching, to coach ourselves to success, to recognize that we have all that is we need within us to be successful. And so that was the highlight of my presentation today.
And with administrative roles continuing to evolve, events like today's seminar provide vital resources for professionals to stay ahead. The Bahamas Association of Administrative Professionals says it remains committed to fostering professional excellence through educational initiatives.
The Island Luck Cares Foundation is taking a stand for mental health and responsible gaming. On Wednesday, the foundation donated $30,000 to the Sandilands Rehabilitation Center to support programs aimed at addressing gambling addiction in this country. The donation will help fund educational initiatives, counseling services, and public awareness campaigns. VP of Marketing Kenny Dean says the effort is part of a broader push to promote responsible gaming and provide resources for those struggling with addiction.
As a leading gambling operator in the Bahamas, we recognize that while gaming brings excitement and entertainment to so many, it is also crucial that we acknowledge and address some of the realities for some who may be challenged with this form of entertainment. That's why today, during Gambling Addiction Awareness Month, we are proud to donate $30,000 to Sandilands to support their ongoing efforts to battle gambling addiction treatment, and we have done so for the last 5 years.
A study conducted by the Institute of Public Health Ireland found that between 22 and 81% of problem gamblers in treatment report suicidal ideation, while up to 30% have attempted suicide. The Sandilands Rehabilitation Center has been instrumental in addressing mental health challenges, including gambling addiction. Senior Nursing Officer Paulette Dean says the funding will allow them to expand outreach export efforts and provide specialized services.
Your contribution for our cause has been instrumental in helping individuals affected by gambling and substance use disorder, allowing us to provide critical interventions, counseling, and educational resources to promote recovery and well-being.
With gambling addiction becoming a growing concern, both Island Luck and Sandilands hope this partnership will encourage more awareness and open conversations about responsible gaming. And still to come, I Am Stax is here to chat with us. His performance is on the other side of the break, so keep it locked.
Your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome back. You're watching Access Now. There's a shot of the marina at Atlantis. Amazing shot by our drone pilot, Destiny Reed. Good job there, Destiny. And guess what? It's time to go down to Exuma, so let's go.
With 1 month to go before completion, residents in Exuma are patiently waiting to ride on smoother roads, all thanks to the Exuma Road Improvement Project. Some of the island's local government councillors shared their excitement with Altavis Munnings.
Charged with governing the operations of Exuma, members of the island's local government council, who were just elected for a 3-year term this past January, are elated with the results of the Exuma Road Improvement Project, spearheaded by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies. Chief Councillor Glenn Davis boasts that Exuma's roads are now wider and safer for residents.
A lot of them are happy with the way it's going. You know, we have some areas that need more attention. So I'm hoping that in short time they could deal with that, but so far it's been pretty good.
Kim McKinney represents Rollville on the local government council. That's the areas of Exuma Point to Mackenzie Town. She's overwhelmed with pride that the new roads on her side of town have been upgraded and welcomed by residents as well as visitors.
I changed shocks twice. It was really bad. Really, really bad. You dread going to town. But now you could fly, you know. Cruise control, use 40 and just cruise. It's a pleasure.
West Town Committee local government councillor Vernice Fulford echoes similar sentiments.
I'm from a small community named Old Place, included with Farmers Hill, and the road was like terrible. You couldn't even ride a bicycle through there. But now they paved the road. It's very nice. The main road is awesome, but we have some side roads that we need to be paved. They are very, very bad. It's too safe because everybody just make like 100 miles an hour and they go through the bushes. That's how good the roads are.
And the chief councillor is offering this advice to Exuma motorists.
Adhere to the speed limit because you could get caught off guard with the roads being so smooth. So just be careful while driving the road.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Altaviz Munnings.
Good job over there in Exuma, Alto. Let's turn things over to Malena, who is standing by with our gospel artist. Malena?
Thanks, LaDawn. We continue to reflect during the season of Lent, and we also continue to showcase our gospel artists. Joining us tonight is none other than I Am Stax, but we'll just call him Stax tonight. Welcome to Access Now.
Stax is fine. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. So during this season, if you had something to reflect on during the season of Lent, what would it be?
Family. My firstborn, my son, is 5 months. Oh, he's actually 6 months. So he's in this phase now where he's eating solids. To me, that's a big deal. This is the first time I'm really watching it up close with a baby. So I'm extremely grateful for family, a great wife as well. So yeah, family.
Amazing. So what got you started in your music journey? What made you decide you wanted to be a gospel artist?
Well, I've been here a very long time. So this is actually my 15th year.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I was 19 years old, I was living a pretty chaotic, reckless life. And I just sat in my room and I just felt like an actual physical void. And I just was like, I don't know what this feeling is, but I guess God, if you are real, like take this life that I have and do something with it. And he responded, signs after sign after sign, and I started getting into the scriptures. And at that time, I was already doing music, but it was like music you wouldn't want people to be listening to. Like, definitely not my mama, definitely not my grandma, definitely didn't want them listening to what I was making. So this transition came with the choice to serve him, so I just gave everything over, and I guess you could say he sanctified it, or he's using it. Yeah, so yeah.
Amazing. Now, so you've told us you're a family man, but what else do you do when you're not doing music? How do you spend your time?
If I'm not doing music, I am probably listening or watching a video. Sports. They're gonna say that this isn't a sport, but you know, I've always been a wrestling fan, a wrestling guy. So if I'm not with family, I am definitely watching wrestling. People are gonna say it's not a real sport, but I guess I'm infatuated with the thought of being able to take characters and make them and then put them out there and see how people respond. So I like the storytelling
the
of
interactive.
it. Yeah.
That's cool, and I'm sure that's not what people are expecting.
No, they're thinking, oh, you're watching these guys. It's, you know, it's not real. But I'm just.
It's entertainment.
Yeah,
it's fun.
The thought of taking a person and being able to say, the people love you. Let's see how they will respond if we have you be a bad guy. And like literally to see people affected by this character's change, I'm like, this is good storytelling.
I love it.
So, yeah.
So speaking of storytelling, tell us a little bit about the song that you're going to be performing for us tonight and why you've chosen that song.
Oh man, this song is a very special song for me. So 2020, I went to do what most men should be doing, and I went for an annual physical, go to the doctor's, gents. And the doctor basically came back and she said that you have this, the diagnosis was basically that my liver was enlarged. Never had liver issues, never had liver concerns. And the mindset that I had back then was this is happening to teach me something. You know, God is allowing this because he's trying to step in and be the superhero who heals the person with the diagnosis. So I was under the impression that I was being punished so that he could strengthen me in it. And I later discovered that I had a revelation of God as Lord, but not Father. I didn't know that he could be anybody else's father except Jesus. So I just said, okay, God, I don't know how this sonship thing works, but I know that you aren't abusive. You are not the kind of father who will break my arm and then heal me to show off your superpowers. That's narcissistic, you know? And I'm like, that's all I have right now. I don't know much about sonship, but I know that you aren't abusive. So I started really studying sonship and how basically the love that God gives Christ, he also gives to us. And while I'm bragging to someone about this newly found revelation, the phone literally rings in that moment, and the doctor says it probably was something that you had to eat because the test came back and your liver is back to normal.
Oh my goodness. So
everybody around me was celebrating. When I was like, God, what was up with that? He's like, man, it wasn't really about the test. It was really about how you saw me. It's almost as if when I saw him as a good father, the doctor literally calls as I'm bragging on his goodness.
Yeah.
So it's called Abba, and yeah, that's the heart behind this song. It's definitely one of my favorite songs.
What a story, and we can't wait to hear it.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, and we can't wait to see that performance. Let's check in with Total Sports to see what's coming up.
A recap of day one of the high school track and field nationals coming up in sports.
For hurricane season, we got impact windows and doors. For protection, just come to our store. Plus we got tiles to pretty up your walls and your floors. We'll help you brighten up for that big bad storm. Porcelain tiles, blank tiles, mosaic tiles, a variety of styles. Before teens get right, they gotta be rough. That's why we got the best deals in the whole Bahamas. Hey, hey.
Hey, it's your honorary pump attendant back again with another episode on the do's and don'ts at a service station. Let's go. What you ain't gonna do is just pull up to any dispenser and put the nozzle inside your car without reading the signs. Because if you put the wrong fuel inside your car and the car mess up, you could be mad at us, all right? And then you have to walk or catch bus for about 3 to 18 months. What you're supposed to do is read the signs. We place signs all over the dispenser to tell you which fuel is which. Because you put the wrong one and your car say bop, and you could be mad at us. You could be, oh, what happened to my car? No, it's you who ain't read. It say diesel, diesel, one word, diesel. Your car up, and you mad at us. Read, that's all you have to do.
Welcome to your TGIF Sports, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports day 2 of the Ministry of Youth Sports and Culture's High School Track and Field Nationals well underway at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. But day 1, dominating the competition would be the BAISS rivalry between the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine and the Queens College Comets, as they would lead 7 of the 8 divisions after day 1. Let's take a look at the highlights.
You are the reason we gather, ready to cheer and rejoice for every event. Yes, championships bring medals, trophies, and accolades, but more importantly, they reveal your character.
That was the nation's chief. Prime Minister Honorable Philip Davis at the opening ceremony for this year's National High School Track and Field Championships. After a brief parade of schools, it was time to hit the track. Family Islands well represented. Boys under 1,300-meter title going to NGM Majors Justice Adderley, finishing in 13-21. Grand Bahamas showing that they are a force to be reckoned with as well. Versatile athlete Kezra Thomas fresh up a stellar performance in the high jump, taking the girls under 17 100-meter crown in 11.88 seconds. Girls under 20 100-meter finals. But for quarter miler, Alexis Roberts showing her short distance speed, getting some points for SAC, winning the title there in 11.90. Capping the night, though, would be the mixed 4x4. Queens College Comets team of Nathan Walker, Andrew Seymour, Sasha Wright, and Jade Knowles would win this one in 3:51.92. Look at the standings after one day of competition. It would be a battle between SAC and QC for complete control. The Comets would lead the under 13 and under 17 female divisions, while SAC would lead the under 15 and under 20. The male under 13 division out in front there. Sister Mary Patricia, SAC would lead the under 15, under 17 boys divisions, while QC would be out in front in the under 20. Action continuing this evening at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Of course, live coverage being brought to you by the ZNS Television Network. And that's been a look at your sports on this Friday. A check on weather when we return.
For 3 exciting days, the National High School Track and Field Championships will take place at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium, and ZNS TV will bring you all the action. On Thursday, March 20th, tune in from 6 to 6:30 p.m. for the opening ceremony, and then starting at 8 p.m., join ZNS as young athletes from high schools all over the Bahamas go for gold in the finals. The future of Bahamian track and field. The National High School Track and Field Championships live on ZNS TV, March 20th to 22nd. Don't miss it.
It's time for your Access weather forecast. We had a relatively dry cold front push through the northwest Bahamas this morning. 1 or 2 sprinkles was associated with that passage. It's now in the central Bahamas, leaving behind a cold stream of air, and we will see temperatures drop into the 50s in the northwest Bahamas tonight. Now, your boating forecast is brought to you by Live Business, where we simply bulk up your business. For all areas, the winds, they're going to be out of the north at 10 to 15 knots, wave heights 2 to 4 feet. The high tide will take place at 7:20 this evening. And then tomorrow, in the northwest and central islands, those winds will fall off light and variable, so some beautiful boating conditions shaping up for the weekend with flat seas 1 to 3 feet. Low tide tomorrow, 8:32 in the morning, with a high tide at 2:13 in the afternoon. And then on Saturday in the southeastern parts of our country, we'll have that zonal flow. That means winds blowing out of the east at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Then on Sunday, in the northwest and central islands, the winds will pick up slightly out of the east at 10 to 15 knots, the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide on Sunday, 9:35 in the morning, with a high tide at 3:18 in the afternoon. And for the southeastern islands, that zonal flow will continue at 10 to 15 knots, and the wave heights 2 to 4 feet. It's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they're brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Mom, from the other night, we had a good night when you disappeared me. Where you going? Hey, y'all, where you been, y'all? I've been looking for you. But hey, y'all, where you been, y'all? I've been looking for you. I've been chilling on my...
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures, brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. LaDawn and Melita.
Thanks a lot, Basil. You said the cold front was coming, and here it is. Some great weather there, Basil.
And LaDawn, I said Stax was going to perform, and like Basil, I'm going to deliver. Here's Stax.
If you are under the sound of my voice and your faith needs to be strengthened, you need to be encouraged. I think this testimony is for you. I call him Bahamas. I call him. Always good to see you. I call him. This one is called Abba. Let's go on a journey together. I always used to sing the song Abba, but I didn't have a revelation, didn't have interpretation, cause I never saw him as a father. Not until life started getting harder. pulled up to the doctor, and she said, we got some bad news for you. Wow, we gonna have to do an x-ray, and we gonna get back to you on the next day. I talked to myself like, why, oh why? What's going on and will I die? Little did I know he was by my side, and every little need he will supply. When fear was crushing me, he showed me that he has full custody. This whole time I was working for the kingdom, and I didn't understand that I was his son. He is my Lord, he is my master, he is my all, he is my daddy, and when I call, he always answers. He is my papa. It's a blessing to call him my Abba, my Abba. You say Abba, my Abba, real easy. Abba, my Abba. It's such a blessing to be loved by you, daddy, 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 daddy. No matter what comes my way, he's always on time. He's always on time. No matter what comes my way, he's always on time. Some say 2020 was a big mess. I say 2020 was a big test. I was big mad, big sad, big stressed, but through it all I learned that God knows best. I mean, who would have thought that a doctor's report would be used by the Lord to reveal Father's heart? I ain't saying that he made me sick just so he can show me who the healer is. That ain't it. I'm saying he took my story and got the glory. Now my testimony is surely God is for me. Would you believe me if I told y'all what he told me? He said, son, please take the focus off your body, cause the moral of the story really is the way you saw me. When you got those results, you just ignored me. Never once did you ask, where are you, Abba? Because you knew me as your master, but not your father. I said, Lord, I thought I had a liver issue. He said, nah, what you had was a filter issue. And that filter was blurred, you couldn't see the picture. You couldn't see this whole time, I was always with you. But anyway, now that we got your mind right, we gon' deal with your body because the time's right. This doctor hit me on the phone like, hey sir, long story short, God is a healer. Lord, he is my master, he is my all, he is my dada, and when I call, he always answers. He is my papa. It's a blessing to call him my Abba, my Abba, Abba, my Abba, Abba, my Abba. It's such a blessing to be loved by you, daddy, 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 daddy. No matter what comes my way, he's always on time. He's always on time. No matter what comes my way, that's my word of encouragement to you. No matter what comes my way, he's always on time. He's always on time. No matter what comes my way, he's always on time. 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 He's always yep. He's always on time. He's always on time. Such a blessing to be loved by you. I like that new song.
All right, awesome,
Amazing.
awesome. How are you feeling after that performance?
I feel great. That's the first time I'm doing that song publicly, so yeah.
Really?
Great feeling.
Awesome,
It is.
awesome. And that does it for Access Now. Make sure to join us on Monday.
And stay tuned for Royston Jones. ZNS's Eye Candy at 11 o'clock, the last newscast in the nation.
Have a great and safe weekend.
Good night, everyone.
I always used to sing the song.
At Rusty Bethel Drive, I'm Paisol Forbes. This is ZNS.